So instead of the weighted plank, which in my opinion is more or less useless, I don't like to use it really at all, I'm going to show you my favorite plank progression going from easiest to most difficult with about 4 or 5 different variations. So the first one being just the standard plank. We're here, elbows directly beneath the shoulders, maintaining a nice neutral spine, holding this position. Now, from the standard plank, we can make it more difficult by adding what's called an anti-rotation component, and we can do that simply by raising one foot off the floor. So from here, elbows directly beneath the shoulders, maintaining a nice neutral spine, pick one foot up off the floor, then we can switch. Now, if you want to make that even more difficult, you can stay here in the same position, pick one foot off the floor, and bring that leg further out to the side, which is going to make it more difficult and harder to maintain that anti-rotation component. So that's the first variation. The second, from there, we can go into a longer lever plank. Now, from the longer lever, all that means is, from here, we keep the elbows directly beneath the shoulders, and instead of doing anything else, instead of adding weight, all we do is move our feet further and further away, and making the distance longer between my elbows and my toes, which is increasing the lever arm and makes it much more difficult to hold and maintain a neutral spine. A lot of times you're going to see people slip into lumbar hyperextension here, so you really want to maintain a nice flat neutral spine in this position. Now, that's an extremely difficult plank variation, and one that you should really only take a lot of time to progress to. It's not something that people are going to be able to do right away. Now, once you get more advanced and the longer lever plank becomes easier, then you can add a single leg component to it. So we're here, elbows beneath the shoulders, longer plank, pick one leg up, and again you can even progress to leg coming out to the side, adding more of an anti-rotation component to it. That's another fantastic variation. And then finally, we can go into a really long lever plank, which is, or I can just call it a Superman plank, where we come, hands out in front of us, come into a plank position, and increase the lever arm as much as we can while maintaining a good technique. And that's generally my favorite overall plank progression. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below.